I can already tell today's gonna be a bit unhinged.
Hello, I'm Connie JD, content creator, nosy bitch, as well as indie musician.
What's up, man? It's Sean Peckhouse, the ultimate dot connector.
And welcome to Connect the Dots. Connect the Dots is an incredibly special set of conversations where we discuss not only what happens on the court, in the booth, or behind the scenes, but also take an unfiltered look at stardom and culture.
People know what the fuck Ja Morant and LeBron are doing every fucking minute.
We get to know who people are, what drives them, inspires them, motivates them, makes them into fully fleshed out people. A real humanistic look at those you know and love.
If I wasn't a comedian, I'd be a professional sugar daddy.
Hey, that's how we got it edited.
Shout outs to our partners C4 Smart Energy and PrizePicks. Love you all.
All right, so we're back. I'm really excited because as much as I love all the men that have been on set, I need some feminine energy. So I'm really excited that we have our first woman guest here. This is
Connie Diiamond.
And super excited. She's an up-and-coming rapper. Fire, already listened to some of her stuff. I'm a fan already of Ghetto and Ratchet. And that's your newest single as I understand it. So I'm excited to learn more about you. We're excited to learn more about you.
Yes.
More about your story. What brought you here? What brought you to music? You know, we just want to learn a bit more about you and the stuff that you do. And what drives you. What makes
Wait, before you do that,
Talk to me.
I'm just happy she's Big BX. Come on, Kay.
Yes.
Big BX. You know, I'm Bronx, man.
Can we get some
You know,
claps
let's
going
go.
let's
on?
go.
Let's
We
go.
gotta get a round of applause for the
Period.
BX. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on.
What we do?
Priorities.
She's
We
managed by
always do
my
that.
little brother Rap. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. Big BX. I'm
Yes.
like his big bro. I love him. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Whatever you need, Connie. Talk to us. What you got
Let's
going
do
on?
it. Okay, so listen.
I don't want to get in trouble because Kenny is a lot of feminine stuff going on.
No, it's fine.
She's
No,
doing a lot of
here.
masculine
It's
shit
both.
all
She's
day.
good vibes. We're good
She's
vibes.
good vibes. Okay,
We're good
let's go.
vibes.
What's
I'm
your
in.
sign?
Taurus.
That's white.
See?
Capricorn.
Period.
Period.
Period. Yeah, so my name is Connie Diiamond.
Yep.
Big
Nice to meet you.
Diamond, Big Bronx in the building
Big
tonight.
Bronx.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. Currently signed with Def Jam.
Dope.
Awesome.
Oh,
Awesome. Awesome.
Period.
I
Yeah.
worked with Def Jam for years. I
Yes,
love Def
it's-
Jam. I
it's
wear that
very
burgundy
lovely.
heavy. Okay.
Very lovely right now. Shout out to Tunji.
Mhm.
Personally snatched me up.
Love Tunji. That's my guy.
Love that.
Yeah, he's a good dude. But yeah, I've been doing music since I was like 14. I started out doing poetry. I did a lot of poetry slams. I did a lot of spoken word around the Soho area, whatever,
Uh-huh.
you know. And I slowly just transitioned into just adding beats to the words. You know, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And you know, I just felt like that was my thing. I felt like I was really really good at that. I entered like a poetry contest in my high school. Like
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school in Queens.
Oh, yeah?
hmm
Was it like a performing school?
No, it was actually like a regular high school. I went to Campus Magnet at first, and then I went to Springfield Gardens.
Oh, Springfield Gardens. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And,
So
so where from the Bronx are you from?
right now, I'm from the Fordham area.
Oh, okay, okay.
Fordham Road, you know, we outside. Yeah. So, you know, so I entered the contest. It went really well. I got first place. I'm boasting right now because
That's right.
Yeah.
Talk your
Artistry.
talk.
yeah, period. And, you know, I just kind of transitioned into just like doing music. Music has always been a passion for me. I love Ghostface Killer. I love Jadakiss, Dipset. That's the era I grew up on. Show my real age right now, but I'm not gonna tell you. But feel me, like I grew up on the real spitters, and that's what I'm on. You know, I'm very versatile. I feel like I could do like any kind, all types of music, and I just try to provide like a good vibe for like everyone. You know, I try to do a little bit of R&B, a little whatever. I just try to mix it all in. I don't want to box myself in.
Nah.
So yeah, I mean, music has been fun. I recently signed with Def Jam like a year and a half ago. It's good vibes right now. You know, the Ghetto and Ratchet is moving, it's doing what it's doing. And I'm just trying to, you know, give everybody a good vibe, good energy. Like, I'm just about good energy, good vibes for real.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on for real. Like, once I get to know you and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What they like, what they doing? I like to cater and make everybody feel good. So that's my
Love
energy
that.
right now. Yeah.
So we heard a little bit about your story before you got in here. You were basically providing for yourself by being a hairdresser, and you dance a little bit, if you don't mind going into that.
Yeah. Before I officially signed, I was doing hair for like 5 years. I worked in like two or three hair salons. That was my bread and butter. That was with like funding everything, the music videos, the photo shoots, studio time, and it would be like clockwork. I'll be in the shop and then I go straight to the studio. The hair money's really, really good. Like, cause girls will pay.
I was gonna say
they will pay anything for their hair. They'll pay any amount of money to look good. They don't give a F. You feel me? So that was my thing. Like, I love
especially in New York.
Yeah, the girlies in New York, they don't play about their hair. They need the 40-inch bust, whatever. They need it. I love the color blue. That's my signature. You're not gonna catch me with nothing besides blue.
Love that.
And for no other reason besides that I look really good in blue. So,
do you do your own hair?
No, but if I have to, I will do it. Like if it's like crunch time, and I'm running late and I can't get to a hairstylist or something like that, I'm definitely gonna do it myself.
Okay.
And I love that, and the label love that too because they know. They're like, okay, we're gonna be good. They don't be panicking when it's like.
Listen, what you need to do is that when you do your own hair, you build a
charge
label back
it.
for yourself.
Yeah, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. You said
that.
They're gonna be mad.
Sorry, but you know,
if you's gonna pay
I'm not in the label anymore. I'm for the
else,
people.
you
I'm
can
for the
pay
They're
people.
gonna be mad at you for that.
I'm for the people. I'm for the people.
But
there.
period, yeah.
I know all the secrets. I know all the backdoor label secrets. I got you.
Let's talk after we.
Yeah, I
let's talk
got
after
you.
we
I
wrap it
got
up.
you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Connie.
Love
I'll
that.
give you some secrets.
Yes.
So, like, what is your process when you make music? Do you treat it much like poetry, for instance, and then you just get a beat later, or do you get a beat first that speaks to you, and then you go from there?
I'm gonna be completely honest. My process is never the same.
Okay.
I have days where I just wanna, like, I'm inspired and I just wanna write. So I'll just search for a beat, and I have days where like I'm like entitled to finish something or complete something. So my process is like, okay, I have to finish a feature, or someone wants me on a song. I have to sit down, listen to it, make sure I'm singing to the topic, make sure I'm trying to like, make sure I'm me at the same time, giving them vibes, giving them bars, whatever, you know. So my process is always different. I don't have the same process. But what I can say is that when I'm working on music by myself, like when I want to just write and create, I like to create at home. I know a lot of other artists, they go to the studio and they create. Yeah. I like to come to the studio already with what I know, what I want to do. Studio time costs.
Yes.
We got a budget for it, yes. But I like to come to the studio and get straight to work. The only time I feel like when I like come to the studio and I'm like creative and the vibe is when I'm like out in LA, when they fly me out to like do something or figure something out. But when I'm home, when I'm in the city, I always know what I want to do before I get there. So my engineer already knows what's up. I'm like, when I'm 10 minutes away, I'm like, load this up. So when I get there, I'm ready to get in the booth. So
that's
when
good.
I'm home, I'm just like figuring it out already.
Because I've noticed, like, in the times that I've been in studios, people like to talk for some reason in the studio, as if it don't cost money.
It does, but it also really depends on people's preference and their creative process. Like, you have some people that feed off energy when you're friends in the studio. Sometimes your people's are like, oh, that's hot, oh, that's fire, oh, you should say this, you say that, and then it kind of like helps them create, finish creating what they're doing, right? Me, I don't go to the studio with a bunch of people. I don't like a bunch of people in the studio. My friends will tell you, like, I'm always in the studio by myself. My engineer will tell you, like, every once in a while, my manager will come. But that was about it. Like, I
respect you guys with that, because I mean,
me
working in the music industry, I was always behind the scenes, right? But I worked more like marketing and promotion. I wasn't an A&R guy. But maybe because I have a I guess short attention span, so I couldn't sit in somewhere in the same place
to ADHD.
for 4 or 5 hours. You know what I mean? I come to the studio, listen to the music, whatever the single was, help you figure that out, put a plan together. Then I'm like, all right, I'm going to club I'm gonna go party and see what these records are gonna pop off in the club. I'll bring the joint back to you 4 or 5 hours from now, and then we'll talk again. But I can never sit there. I respect that.
Yeah, but sometimes, because that process sometimes can take, like, if you, like, for me, like I said, I like to know what I'm gonna do before I get there. So when I get there, it's like, this is what's happening. But you have some artists that are creating on the spot. So you could be in there anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 hours because they're in the creative zone and they're trying to figure out what they want to say, how they want to say it, how they want to deliver it, how they want to lay it. So I felt that. Right. I don't like to be that girl that's in the studio for 100 hours. I like to just get in and get out, go to crib. Like, I'm done.
I respect it. Yep. Sounds like you got good management then.
Yeah, I'm done.
I was gonna say that sounds like a lot of freedom, more than I would expect to some degree.
I love my people. They pretty much let me take the lead a little bit, and I love that because I'm the type of girl, I always know what I want. Yeah. I always know what I want. Like,
Stubborn.
I don't
Taurus.
I always know what I want. I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm learning to kind of let now, because I'm like, now I have a bigger team around me of people just like pulling the strings and making the calls and making sure I'm good and orchestrating things for me. So I'm learning trying to learn how to let them just take the lead and handle it and be who they are. But I've been doing music for like years, like over like almost 10. Like, so I'm still.
And it's a balance because you want to trust them to do their job,
exactly,
but also want to be
but when
creatively free.
Exactly, but when you're in a space where you're used to doing things on your own, or you're used to just being you, your cameraman and your homegirl, you, your cameraman and your best friend, it's like y'all be figuring it out on your own. So you still a certain thing, but it's good vibes, man. It's good vibes. Yeah, I'm very happy right now.
Awesome. So we saw that you were starting to pop off with your freestyles in particular. Do you want to do a little reflection on that? Like, what was it like when you were getting your first like feedback from Ball If I Want To and stuff like that?
It was, I'm not gonna lie, my first viral freestyle was Summer 16 Drake freestyle. And that was after I took like a little break. I normally take mental breaks. I'll be going off the gram, the socials for like a couple weeks at a time. But I realized that the people, they really be like looking for me. So when I come back, they're like paying attention, they're tuned in. And when I come back, I always come back with like bangers. Like that's my specialty. So I'm really a fan of freestyling. Like I love doing freestyles. I had to like teach and train myself to actually like get good at creating an actual record because I'm so used to freestyling. You know, when you're freestyling, you just saying whatever.
Yeah.
You're just saying whatever. You're not really like, you don't have a
constructing
topic. Exactly. So that is one thing that I learned just being with the label is how to like create a song and keep people entertained and keep people attention span is just like out the window. So my freestyle era was like, it was golden because the freestyle era is what got me signed. My What If I Want to Freestyle, that is what caught Tunji's attention. And he I think he DM'd me. Like, hey, here's my number, whatever.
It's as casual as that sometimes.
He's such a good dude, man. He's so cool. And we had dinner and he was just like, yeah, I want you, period. Yeah.
Love that.
And he's like he looked at all of my old stuff, which made me feel he was just really, really, really interested.
Yeah, Tunji's a good dude. Got a good ear.
Yeah.
Great executive. You know what I'm saying? They're friends of the family. Tunji, Def Jam, they're all friends of here.
Yeah, good vibes.
Oh, I know what I want to ask you.
Tell me.
So you were saying about you have to sometimes take a mental block. What is that? Explain what you mean. Like, you feel like you got to pull away from social media for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, in general, I feel like as artists, we're always going to be our own worst critics. We're going to be in our heads a lot about the product that we put out. And I feel like we have moments where we have good moments and we have okay moments and we have bad moments. And I'm saying this to all artists that are like doing what they're doing right now. It's good. That's the process. Like, and because we have social media, we see only the good shit. Like we see, excuse my language, sorry.
No.
It's fine.
A podcast.
Okay, cool. So we only see the good, the glams, the glamours, the top 100s, the top whatever, the million views. They don't see the actual process of like sometimes people, it's not always just a straight to the top road.
Right.
So I had to learn doing music, like everything is not gonna be just glitz and glam all the time. I'm not gonna always have a fire song. Like nobody's like, no one is Drake, right? Because Drake always drop heat. You got the fire, right? So it's like, it's a process. It's just about understanding that, it's just a process, right? That's a process. So I take my mental breaks because I be in my head a lot about what people gravitate towards instead of just focusing on just putting out music and just staying true to the art and just, just being who I am. So that is why I take a lot of mental breaks because I feel like, damn, I put something out in January and it was so fire, and now in March I put something out and nobody's really messing with it. So that can make an artist discouraged. That can make them feel like they're not as good. So I take those mental breaks to remind myself that I'm that B.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just about
BX.
That's
just
BX.
Yeah.
The B. Yeah, it's just about staying focused and just not stopping and just
I love that. I have a 13-year-old daughter. She's a teenager now, Sean Riley. She's one of three of my kids who I love, all girls, but I feel like she's starting to get to that age where she's, she does very well in school, but she's always on like TikTok and things like that with her friends. And I'm happy you said that because I just not only as an artist, but I think for people in general, sometimes just to pull away from social media and just maybe read or research or do something that take the time. Like that's what I do. I put a time limit on my socials because
Yeah.
you know you become accustomed of just getting up and
And yeah,
So like now,
very
I get up, check
overstimulating.
my emails first, then go through my text messages,
Mhm.
then hit the gram or whatever as
Right.
they say. But I
Right.
think that's such great advice.
Yeah.
Just for people in general, so to sort of like be able to disengage once in a while. And I'm sorry, that's what I really wanted to see.
No, I felt that. I love that. I love that you touched on that because that's really what it's about. Like you have to detach sometimes
Yeah.
because it's a lot going on.
Yeah,
It's a lot going on.
Especially in kind of related to that, I was thinking about like criticism or critique of your work too can
Yeah.
really make you like lose
Yeah.
focus of the type of work you want to do.
Right.
Or I think good feedback can make you feel like you're doing a great job, but it also makes no feedback or bad feedback feel harder.
You're not doing enough,
Right.
right?
Like, damn, I
But
just
I
came
feel
out
like
with
that's
something a
the
few
name of
days
the-
ago. Shit, y'all not
Right,
doing-
but that's the name of the game. Like
Yeah.
you got to know that you just gotta you gotta remember what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
Right, and you can't let outside opinions like taint or tamper with your vision and what you want to do.
So I guess that kind of leads into a question of like, what do you do it for? Like, what is your driving force that makes you?
Man, I took so many breaks, right?
Yeah.
And I had moments where I'm like, I don't want to do music no more. I'm tired of this.
That's right.
Who are these people? Why are they before me? Why
Yeah.
I've been doing music for so long? And this person just came out and this person is here. And I really had to like just tap into like the spiritual side of myself and just understand that when it's time for you to be where you want to be, you're going to be there. And I literally like, I just really started like tapping into that. Like, and cause I've like the road, it gets rough for everyone, right? Everyone goes through things, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like why I have to have it so bad? Like I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
It feels very isolating too.
Yeah, you know.
Like you're
and
the
then,
only person going.
and then as you like, when you're doing music for a long time, you also just feel like, am I good enough? Because this person is here. You start comparing yourself to what you see on social media. So my thing is just like, I like how I feel when I do music. I like how I make people feel when they're like receiving my music. I like to create. Like I'm a creative. That's just my vibe. It's just Taurus energy for real. We're like super creative. We like to do everything.
So like to separate is so that you can focus on your artistry and not like necessarily how people receive it or yeah, I get that. That's
Yeah,
right.
you also got to be very like confident in yourself.
And it's hard when people are like telling you how you should feel about certain things. Like
Exactly.
yeah.
I've had like people on Twitter. Like I had a lot of harsh comments in like 2016 because I was a little heavier. And they were just like, oh, she looks like Missy Elliott. Oh, she's fat. She's this, she's that. And I just was like, okay. I was a little sad at first. I love Missy Elliott, but I'm like, okay, y'all calling me fat. Like, what's going on? But whatever. I just had
I
to
go on
like,
a whole diatribe about how why do I owe you being a certain body type to make music? But
yeah, and that's
do we have time? Is the question.
Right. But you know what? It's really about, again, I said, just kind of like accepting and understanding your path, who you are, where you want to go, what you're doing. You can't like once you choose this field, you got to understand that people are gonna do this all day, 24 hours, the blogs, whatever. So it's like I'm in a space where I really don't give a fuck.
And that's
give a fuck. I
freeing.
don't give a fuck anymore. Like
That's so
people be
free.
online like, oh, she sound like a man. She sound like Pop Smoke. I go to the comments like, thank you.
Thank you.
Like, and, I'll just keep it going. So I'm in a different space right
Inspiration.
now.
Yeah,
I'm in a different space. So I don't really know.
I love that.
Well,
Thank you.
I think you guys are beautiful Black women, and
Thank
I'm just
you.
very privileged to be in your presence. And love you guys, and keep your artistry, and don't listen to no bullshit.
Period.
Absolutely not.
Love you guys.
Period.
Yeah.
All right, so it's crazy. So I worked with Ludacris for a very long time when I was the executive vice president of Def Jam. It's my brother, avid cigar smokers. So I heard you got that sample clear. Like you lit out there, huh? I heard you got the sample, the Move Bitch sample
It was
clear.
a task. It was a task.
I was gonna say.
Give us a little
was a
bit about that
task.
process. What was that
Yes.
about?
Okay, so I originally wanted to put their song out, and then for some reason the sample got denied. They didn't give me a reason why. I don't know why. I was spilling the tea.
It wasn't a guy named Shaka behind that was
I
holding
don't think
up.
so. I really don't know. I
we
hope
gotta
not.
call him. That's my
We shall
guy.
edit accordingly. Right to do that.
So so they was like, it's denied. I was like, okay. I was upset about it because that was like the second song sample that got denied. I was like, what are we doing? This is what I want to do.
What do y'all want?
So, yes, and they were like, you could put it out as a freestyle, and I'm like, all right, cool, put it as a freestyle, and it went viral on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everything, everywhere.
So you got it hot.
Yes, I got it very hot. You know, I'm spilling the tea. How you got to get them to get on, you get them on y'all. You know, follow the lead. You got to just put it out.
Yeah,
right. So someone asked me on Twitter, like, hey, can we get this on streaming, DSPs? I'm like, I have to clear the sample. I talked to Ludacris. And they were DMing Ludacris. They were literally writing Ludacris all day.
They was putting the big the big Air Force One he had on the video.
Yes, on his neck. Listen, what's going on? And it just went out of control. They was DMing him like, let's do the right thing, Luda. Let's get this cleared.
Nah.
And I was like,
dude is a great guy.
He
man.
is.
He's one in a million. I've worked with a lot of artists in my life, but he's a real one. But
he is definitely.
But you moved him.
I did, and I love it. He's a stand-up dude. I actually met him when he was through the Janet Jackson tour in Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
I got to meet him backstage.
Dope.
Energy was so good. He's so dope.
I love that.
He loved it. I showed him the video. He was so hyped. I was just so happy to be in his presence because like. This is the type of stuff we grew up on that be like, you know, and I just was so grateful to be in his presence.
Nah, I respect that. But listen,
we got it done.
I hear my guy, Bron LeBron was out there.
Yes.
What's going on? Talk to us about that.
Oh my God. I just got off like a group call with all of my project manager, A&R managers, whatever. And then like literally I'm going Instagram and I see LeBron. I see like a
LeBron James.
It says reposted the video. And I'm like, So everyone's writing me, LeBron. And I'm like, LeBron. I was so hyped. So yeah, LeBron, he was fucking with it. He was like, this is hard, yo. And I was so happy.
And I gotta be honest with you, I've met LeBron, I've known him for quite some time. His family, great guy, Mello, D Wade, they're all brothers. And I've been able to be fortunate to spend time around him, through his brothers, Mello, D Wade, and CP3. And every time we've hung out, that guy's a DJ. Like, nobody can touch the playlist.
The music, right?
The music.
He knows.
And he knows.
He be knowing.
He knows.
The ear.
From top to bottom, all genres, but he loves hip-hop. So if he's really, like, co-signing you, he knows what's going on. Trust me when
I really appreciate that.
That's real love.
I definitely appreciate that. Like, it was good vibes. I hope all my ex-boyfriends jealous. Everybody love LeBron James. They're like, LeBron post you. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I saw LeBron post you.
Get off my line.
I was thinking about you,
Right. Or they was all jealous. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You got Bronny. That's dope. All right, yo.
I'm a Detroiter. Really?
Forgot about that.
And so being that I haven't spent a whole lot of time in New York and both of y'all are from the Bronx, I wanted to know if y'all could describe like the differences between each of the boroughs. Like, what is signature for each of the boroughs?
Let me start.
No, I'm going to let you go first.
I'm going to piggyback. I'm going to throw it back to you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're going to go borough to borough, or you're going to go all five and then we go?
I'm gonna do maybe 2 or 3 and then I'm gonna let you.
All right, but think because then, you got this.
Okay, let me see.
Okay. All right, go.
All right, so if you
gonna offend somebody,
if you want to like go shopping and if you want to just like go for a walk and you want to see pretty lights, I would say you need to go to Manhattan. It's a vibe, very crowded,
very touristy.
Yes, touristy. You might get bumped, you might get moved, but that's regular. This is New York City.
Yeah. We
like that, but we don't mean no harm. We just trying to get to where we're going, so we might push you and nudge you, but that's just how it is in New York City, period. But in Manhattan, you might get a little bumps crowded out there, right? Now, if you want to get a little ghetto and ratchet, right, you come to the Bronx. Come to the Bronx, man, you got a lot of lounges. We got, a little further down, you got Dykeman, you got a little area, hookah, vibes, lounges.
Fun.
Queens is calm, it's cute. If you're looking to do a little shopping, get something to eat, go to Jamaica Avenue.
Yeah, Queens finest.
Yeah, you go to Jamaica Avenue. Yeah. They got like a spot called Margaritas, Pizza's Delicious, but they also have like a spot on a Coliseum block that sells Jamaican beef patties. Get into like little Caribbean vibe. Yeah. I don't know too much about Staten Island. Brooklyn, I haven't been to Brooklyn a lot, but there's a spot I've been to that sells like exotic infused food. So I don't know if you into like little high, little
Socially.
edible
Socially.
here and there. Yeah. So they do the infused baked macaroni, buffalo wings.
Is it good though?
See, like I occasionally get high, but I wouldn't eat the food. I wouldn't eat to get high. But I went there with my homegirls and they were like, "It's mad good," and then like they were like, "Yo, I'm so high, it's so good." But they said it was a good vibe. So
Okay.
it was good, liquor, music, that type of stuff. Help me out here. Am I touching all the? Am I touching everything?
Yeah, no, you got it, Connie. Only thing with me is I'm an old man, so I know the Burrows in 3 different eras. You know what I'm saying? Like the 80s and 90s, 2000s.
Give it to her. Just give it to her. Give it to her.
I don't want to give you all 3 eras. I'm just going to give you my perspective.
Okay.
So I can, I like to go out and hang out with different places. I don't want no problems with nobody. I'm giving you the old man's perspective.
Fair.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
Manhattan's uptown to Harlem. That was the place to go. You want to hang out, get your nice new car, your fresh clothes. You went
Period.
through Harlem.
That's where you go show off.
25th Street. That's where you showed off.
Showing off.
Money
Yeah.
making Manhattan.
Mhm.
BX. If you don't know nobody in the BX, just make sure you're in the right spots. Very cultural place. We love you. Big sort of melting pot. Puerto Ricans, blacks, Dominicans, Italians, Greeks. We all got along. We're family, right?
Mm.
You will get stomped out there
Yeah,
if you don't show people
That was the
respect.
undercurrent I heard.
Brooklyn. If you don't know nobody in Brooklyn, keep your ass out of Brooklyn.
All right.
I really didn't want to say that. I just wanted to
That's fair.
I didn't want to say
the
that.
80s
But
and 90s.
fair.
I'm not disrespecting
no,
nobody.
in 2000s.
Please, I got my family in Brooklyn. I love you guys.
That's very
in
much
the
right
80s
now.
and 90s, I'm an old man. Keep your ass out of Brooklyn if you ain't have to go there.
Period.
Period. I'm not even using the new words. I'm going to use period. Staten Island, we love, right? Because, I grew up in music. Like, the thing me being older, I grew up in hip hop. Like, for me, it's sort of like, it wasn't a career for me when I grew up in music. It was a job. I mean, I had a job, but we all grew up in the culture of it, right? So I always, when you thought of Staten Island, it was always like
Wu-Tang,
it was like, you know what I'm saying? Because they ran Staten Island, RZA, Meth, Chef, Ghost. Those are my brothers, right? So we all worked together when we were younger. So that's what we always thought about with Staten Island, And then I guess Queens, well, I'm from the 80s, 90s, so Queens always, to us, had like really beautiful women, right? Because of the exotic mixture of different women in Queens and things of that sort. It was a big melting pot, from different Caribbean and South American countries, a lot of beautiful women in Queens. So that was our view.
Okay, Queen, it's good vibes.
I know.
It's baddies in all the boroughs,
There
but
are baddies
don't try like all the baddies is in Queens.
I'm a married man. I don't want no smoke. I'm just trying to say that was the 80s and 90s. We ain't taking nothing away from it.
All right.
Con? We
No,
know
all right.
We know you got the BX and the BX.
Yeah, the baddies outside. You heard what Ice Spice said. Yeah, baddie, she's showing her panty.
Smoke. I don't want no
In the middle of the
Chicken
fight,
like
I'm just
jelly.
singing Queen to be.
Right. Good vibes, man.
Good vibes, man.
Yeah.
Did I do an all right job? Did I keep it real?
You did.
Okay.
But what's his name? What's his name with the dreads from Queens? He made the song Life Camera Action.
Mr. Cheek.
Lost
Boys.
He made a song about coming to see a girl from the Bronx. I was trying to. He did make a song about coming to see a girl that lived in the Bronx, but whatever.
No, I didn't. So listen. See?
Whatever.
You're right. I'm glad you checked.
Nah, it's no shade. I love all my.
That's
I
what-
love all my bees.
And no,
I
I'm
love my
glad I'm
girlies.
glad you checked me because that's why I said, and growing up in 3 different eras, that's what guys looked at in the 80s and 90s.
Of course.
And you got to remember, Mr. Cheeks lived in Queens. So he was probably tired of all the Queens girls, so he had to go to the
He was like, I need to get I need to do something else. I need to do something else. Let's switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Love
right?
that.
Okay.
Got you.
I don't
Let's
want
do
no
it.
smoke with nobody.
Ain't no
I'm
smoke,
just
baby.
saying.
We good, baby.
That's-
It's all love over here, baby.
That
We
was
good.
just it. Okay, good.
Awesome. So we're going to finish things up with a GOAT round. For those of you that don't know, it is simply where we ask you, what is your greatest of all time in whatever given category? Kind of speed round.
I got
type.
a time limit.
No, just like
Okay.
whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
So, what is your greatest of all time rapper?
Rapper?
You better not let it be somebody now. You're gonna see him in the club. You're gonna be looking all crazy.
Hell no.
Huh?
It damn sure ain't nobody right now. Yeah. Damn, all time. I'm gonna go with Fab or Jadakiss.
Ooh.
I still got to do my due diligence to add the tallies up. But it's those two that I always feel like maybe be like, what?
Oh, I love that, man.
Fab, I'm saying Fab because Fab he gonna give you what's today.
Nah, Fab,
Today
that's
bars.
a good one, by the way.
Today bars.
That's a
Every
good one.
time, today bars.
That's a good
And
one.
Jada just always give you the shits that make you say, oh shit, wait. I didn't hear that. And when you hear it the second time, it's like, I didn't hear that the first time. That's what I love about Jada. So I don't know yet. It's between
Wow.
us two.
Between
though.
us
I
two.
respect that.
That's good. Movie.
Of all time?
Just your favorite.
300.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
Food.
The action is phenomenal. Food of all time?
Like you can pick like a type of food as far as like an item or like a cuisine, like from a particular country. Or...
I'm recently pescatarian for like the last 2 or 3 months.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with salmon. It's been doing me what I needed to do. It's been,
I love a good salmon.
jerk, lemon pepper. I've been switching it up. It's good. I'm gonna do the salmon.
Miso, maple. That's a good recipe.
I gotta try that.
Yeah. Date night spot.
I can't say that because I'll be outside. One of my others might try to come to the spot and I might be in there
Don't
with the
blow the spot up. Don't
chill.
blow the
Date
spot.
night for sure in Manhattan though, like somewhere in the
Okay.
city, calm. It's always open, lighting good. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And let's see. And I'll just finish it out with fashion brand.
One more time.
Fashion brand or fashion item that you can't go without. Your blue hair. Is it?
Yeah.
Probably
Like
blue
my
hair?
stylist, shout out to Ariel. She has me obsessed with like silver jewelry now. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. Like I'm obsessed with
Looks
silver.
good.
Silver. So I just need to have silver accessories, like period. Like
Awesome.
on whatever I got on, period. And I'll be all right.
Because all the time people feel like with Black women we gotta wear like gold and warm
No,
colors.
I'm like obsessed with silver right now.
Love it. All right, thanks for coming out. It was great talking to you. Is there anything you would like to promote? Shout out?
Yes. Thank you guys for having me first and foremost. Lovely,
Anytime.
lovely vibes. Love it here.
You are definitely a friend of the show. We got
Period.
one.
Thank you.
Family
I love to come back.
Family.
Yes. Ghetto and Ratchet. The remix is on the way. Keep
Awesome.
streaming the original Ghetto and Ratchet. The video's out, YouTube, everywhere. DSPs. I'm gonna be on a road really soon. Gonna be doing a little bit of touring. I'm gonna be in a city near you, maybe soon, right? So just pay attention to my socials for those dates. And I want to give a super, super shout out to Ken the Man. That's my girl right there. Very humble, beautiful soul. She's from Texas. One of the really, really good rap girlies. And I just want to give her flowers because she's been so kind and good to me and just my journey and being here. So yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we on. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, we outside.
Connecting the dots. Connecting
Yes.
the
Super
dots. That's
excited.
what we do.